over this.
Hey, I was waiting for the applause, dog. I wouldn't have been able to be still in my seat after hearing that, bruh. She killed it. She knocked that bitch out the park, bruh.
And I am a cat. Meow, meow. I'm not a woman dressed as a cat. I am a cat. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe and confess that I'm a cat? Great. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe that your child or a child from this school would believe that I'm actually a cat? No one. You are right. Why? Because you are not stupid, and these children are not stupid. Truth prevails over imagination. Reality exists. Discernment is innate and something we are biologically wired to have. One look at me and you know this to be true. I am a woman posing as a cat. You may also think correctly that if I truly believe I'm a cat, I have a mental disorder. If I suffer from a mental disorder and if I am unable to discern reality, am I safe to be around children? Would you put me in charge of making critical decisions about the safety and well-being of children and about the direction of their education when I cannot even discern truth from fiction? Confession. I'm not actually a cat, guys, just because I say I am. You've not agreed to or committed to addressing me as a cat simply because I demand it. No tail, whiskers, or outfit makes me a cat, just like no lipstick, high heels, or long hair makes him a man, a woman. It is just as biologically impossible for me to become a cat as it is for a man to be a woman. And you have one job as members of this school board, and it's defined as this. School board members are responsible for broad, forward-thinking, minute analysis and decisive action in all areas that affect students and staff in their schools. I ask you, do you believe that the actions of a grown man playing dress-up as a woman affects the students and staff positively or negatively? A public school is not the place for social experiments in altered realities or gender ideologies. It is not the place to celebrate a grown man with a mental illness, dressing as a woman, and teaching kids lies. Children come to school to learn facts and truths about reality, including unchanging biological truths about science and nature, not to learn that they can change biological realities and become anything they want in the name of diversity. What you're actually doing is worse than just lying to our kids. You're forcing them to be participants in your lie, in your charade. You're forcing them to deny what they see with their eyes, and you're forcing them to speak lies. I ask you again, am I a cat? And if you say no, then the mindset must be aligned with your discernment across the board. By allowing a falsity to be displayed and paraded around the school, you teach children that truth is not existent, facts are not real, and biology is a lie. You fail at your job, your only job, by confusing children and teaching them untruths and to coddle a grown man playing dress up as a woman. If you were to address me as a cat right now, it's as ridiculous as when you say Miss Bixler and a grown man's voice comes thundering over the...
Hey, I was waiting for the applause, dog. I wouldn't have been able to be still in my seat after hearing that, bruh. She killed it. She knocked that bitch out the park, bruh. But you know though, it sucks because it's not gonna do nothing. It's literally not gonna do anything, bro. You can give them all the facts that are out there. They know the damn facts. People out here making decisions, inputting all this ridiculous ass teachings, curriculum, or whatever you want to call it, bro. The LGBTQ agenda they're trying to infuse in day-to-day curriculum, bro. It's gonna happen regardless what we do. You know what I mean? So what does that mean? You take your kids out of these damn institutions and put them somewhere else where you feel that they're more safe, bro. They forcing your hand. You got to do what you got to do. Right? Like we've seen this before. People dressing up as something to prove a point, but they're not trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. And you know the clapback. You already know what they're gonna say. You know what I mean? Not a mental disorder. You know, diversity, he or she, whatever you want to call it, deserves to be validated. And, you know, we're out there and children need to be exposed. No, the hell they don't, bro. They do not, dog. You know what I'm saying? They do not. They do not, bro. I'm sick of it. I'm burnt out of it. I'm tired of the trans shit, gay shit. Everywhere you go, you turn, you see it forced down your throat. You go on an application to fill something out. Are you heterosexual? Are you bisexual? Are you non-binary? Are you whatever? Like, you see it everywhere, bro. That they're overrepresented at this point on the media. They're overrepresented at this point in the education system. They're overrepresented at this point compared to the reality, bro. Like, you yourself, if you don't find yourself within the confines of the LGBT community on a regular basis, how often do you run into somebody that identifies as something that they wasn't born as, right? The majority of y'all do not. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, like I'm at this point with it, bro. Like, I do not owe you common courtesy. I do not owe you respect. I do not owe you validation. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to validate how the fuck you think you are. If you confident with how you see the world and how you move, then be confident in what you need me to validate you for, right? But then they want to force that shit down our throat, make us say this, say that. If you don't say that, you're going to get fired, you're going to get harassed, you're going to get blocked, you're going to get censored, right? What does that do? That fuels animosity. That fuels a reason to fight. And when, at this point, you call me homophobic, transphobic, whatever. Yeah, I am. I don't give a damn, bro. I am what I need to be to tell y'all to get the hell out of my face with this shit, right? You got a mama up here trying to talk that hey, I'm a cat. This is what y'all look like, bro. Y'all doing this shit to the kids, bro. That's where the majority of the impact comes from for the most, I would suspect, right? Just me personally. I mean, like, y'all can do what y'all want to do, whatever. Do as y'all please, but you leave the fucking kids alone. That's where you got them draw the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here ready to fight about it. You know what I mean? Well, everywhere you go, bro. Everywhere you go. But I get it. They bought the dollar. They're trying to indoctrinate these kids and get them hooked on that medical system where they're required permanently to pay the system to facilitate their transition, to facilitate their psychological treatment, to facilitate whatever toxins and poisonous ass bullshit that they are putting in these kids' brains, dog. Same different day. But that was hard. Bro. And it ain't gonna stop, though. It ain't gonna stop. Like, to me, when I see it, she's brave for going out on a limb doing that, bro. But it's literally it ain't gonna do nothing. Unless she, like, in one of these states where they got, like, a DeSantis out there somewhere where they don't play that shit, man. But clearly she in some progressive ass, liberal ass spot where she had to put a whole costume on to prove a point. Me in this cat suit is what the fuck y'all look like, right? And I just did I didn't just do a video, but remember that damn video where that substitute teacher talking about she got fired because she didn't refer to one of her students as a cat who identified as a cat?
I'm a sub, and the most important thing we do is take roll so the school gets paid. So I'm looking at the seating chart as I'm going up and down the rows and marking who's here and who's not. I get to the third row and I hear this meow. Excuse me? Excuse me? I start looking on the ground. Go to the fourth row, everything's good. Go to the fifth row, everybody's there. Then I hear meow. I'm like, okay, what's up with that? Who's doing it? And this little girl in the very front row says, you have to meow back at him. He identifies as a cat. Are you kidding me? I said, is there a litter box in here somewhere? My sarcasm self probably shouldn't have said that. He gets up and he storms out of the classroom. And I'm like, rough. And of course, the entire class is laughing. And I think, no problem, no foul. I go to the office. You ready for this? You check out. They said, we no longer need your services if you can't identify with all the children in the classroom. And you wonder why they don't have any subs. I told the lady, I said, I didn't know cats were considered people.
That's where we are, though. That's where we are. Facts no longer matter. They don't matter. It's all about how the fuck you feel. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings, bro. Especially when it comes to your feelings directly influence me. I gotta move differently to accommodate your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. I'm out.